All right, guys, let's get some NCAA picks and props for Tuesday, February 13th slate of games. Trey, let's go to the leaderboard. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, at the moment, I am 0-0. That's because my game has 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. I gave out Tossin minus 12.5 against Elon, and Elon's getting their butt whipped by 21 points right now. Like I said, still 7.5 minutes left. A lot of game, but we just need to finish strong. Let's go, Tossin.
Yes, Trey, and I'm a fish tonight. I got hooked on the game. I got hooked on the prop. Wake Forest, plus 6.5 going up against Duke. I think they lost by 8. I was at a dinner, didn't get to watch the entire game. I watched the last 10 seconds of the game. Hunter was at the line. He missed a 1-and-1. Nobody thought it was a 1-and-1. The Duke guy had the ball in his hand. He took it out of his hand. He stepped out of bounds, and Wake Forest didn't foul. I'm told, though, Trey, I did the research. I looked it up on Twitter. I saw a lot of videos. Duke up 6, 19 seconds left. Wake calling off the dogs, and they dunked for no reason at all. So don't know why they did that. Hunter should have made his free throws anyway, but we got hooked 0-1 start for the game. Trey, let's go to the player props. How do you start us off?
Yeah, guys, and I am 0-0 here as well. I gave out Hunter Dickinson over 18.5 points going up against Texas Tech. Man, this game has just been a stinker. My fault for trusting KU because Dickinson, he has 5 points, 2 and 11. Guy's a bum. Go back to Michigan, you bum.
Suck. I was hooked by Manny Miller, over 14.5 points. He had 14 with 8 minutes left. They were killing West Virginia. He did not score another point. So 0-1 day for myself there. Trey, let's go to the group play. You gave out Kansas. I gave out Texas Tech. Texas Tech, they can't miss. I think they're up by 20-something now. So that looks like a win for me and a loss for you. But we're going to move on to the group play for tomorrow. Good game. North Carolina going on the road to the Dome, facing off against Syracuse. North Carolina -8, over under 155.5. Have you start?
My, oh my, this is a great game. We got to love some ACC, even though this matchup has definitely lost some luster since Syracuse coach left. But, I mean, this game's still going to be good. Now, is Syracuse as good as what we've seen in the past? No. But we do need to factor in that they are definitely at the Carrier Dome here, so they're going to be a different team. They're 11-2 at home this year. But North Carolina, they have shown the ability to win on the road. They're 6-1 away from home, and they've gotten some great away wins as well. And it's tough. I'm going to have to go with North Carolina here. I can't bet on Syracuse. They have just not looked good. Yes, they are at home, so maybe they'll keep this game close. But if it's anything like what we've seen from North Carolina throughout this season, they're going to show up here, go into Syracuse, and walk out with a big win. So I'm going to go with North Carolina here. It's hard to bet against RJ Davis. Bear knows him the best, though.
Yes, I agree with everything you said. But we're taking Syracuse with the points +8 in the Dome. Everything you said was perfect. North Carolina, the way better team. Syracuse, they're nothing without Boeheim. The zone, where'd the zone go? Nobody knows. They don't play it anymore. They can't shoot. They can't make threes this season. They can't play defense this season. Doesn't matter. I'm going to take Syracuse +8 in the Dome. Last two matchups, North Carolina won by 4 points, didn't cover the spread. Matchup before that in 2021, Syracuse at the Dome, they won outright. So I'm just going based off the environment. This is a spot game for Syracuse. Going to be their Super Bowl because they're not going to make the tournament. So I'm going to take Syracuse with the points. No explanation other than it's a perfect spot with the students, with the crowd, with the energy, players feeding off the energy. Give me the +8. Trey, let's go to our plays for tomorrow. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be going with this Tennessee State going up against Tennessee Tech game. And this is going to be a fun game to watch. The Battle of Tennessee is going to be real with this one. Tennessee State, they come in this game with a 15-10 record. They're also 9-12 ATS. And the Tigers, they're also 5-7 on the road. And Tennessee Tech, they come in this game with an 8-17 record. And they're 10-12 ATS. The Golden Eagles, they are 5-6 at home this year. And these two teams, they've actually already played once this year. And that game was absolutely dominated by Tennessee State, where they won that game by 32 points. And that was just a couple of weeks ago. And I expect something similar here in this game. Give me Tennessee State. I'm going to buy a point. I'm going to take them at -3.5 here. This Tennessee Tech team, guys, they are no bueno. In fact, they are ranked as the 26th worst team in college basketball, according to KenPom. And you guys can put 2 and 2 together. That means, as you know, Tennessee State is significantly better on both ends of the court. And Tennessee Tech, they're ranked as the 34th worst offense and the 33rd worst defense. That is not going to allow them to get the job done. And we saw how it goes just a couple of weeks ago when Tennessee Tech, like I said, they won that game by a score of 85-53. That's a classic ass whipping, guys. And I'm going to back them again here in this game. Give me Tennessee State -3.5 against Tennessee Tech.
Yeah, Trey, I really like that play there. For my play today, going back to the Big Ten, Ohio State traveled and take on the Wisconsin Badgers. I'm taking Wisconsin, minus 8.5 at home in this one. I don't have a breakdown for this game, and I want everybody to know that we take this very seriously. This is going to be a must-have game for the Badgers. Not must-win, it's a must-have game for the Badgers. This Wisconsin team was in the top 10 2 weeks ago, and since then, they have looked like one of the worst teams in the Big Ten. They lost outright in 4 consecutive games, and it all started with the Nebraska game that we gave out whenever they came back from that 19-point deficit, took that game away from them. Since that loss, they've not covered the spread in 3 consecutive. They have lost to Purdue. That's understandable. Then they lost to Michigan and Rutgers as an 8-point favorite and a 4-point favorite in both of those games. Lost both those games outright, didn't cover the spread. They got embarrassed by Rutgers, losing by 22 points. This is the spot for Wisconsin to turn things around at home in Madison, going up against a bad Ohio State team. If this game was played 2 weeks ago, the Badgers, they would have been double-digit favorites easily, somewhere around 13 or 14 points. We're getting the discount in single digits because of the way Wisconsin's been playing. And with the home crowd, the students, the players feeding off the energy in the crowd, this is going to be a blowout. I'm going to take the Badgers, even though they've been playing some really bad basketball. I think this is a spot they turn around. No stat breakdown. This is just going to be a gut feeling for the Badgers. Give me them minus 8.5 as the play at home. Trey, let's go to the player props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to go with Jacoby Walter to go over 13.5 points going up against Oklahoma. I really love this over for Walter in this game, even though I faded him just a couple of weeks ago because he struggles on the road. Well, this is a home game, so I expect him to dominate here. That's because Walter, he is a true freshman, and he always shows up to play at home. In his 14 home games, Jacoby, he's averaging 14.9 points per game, which is over this number. And I think that he's going to continue to dominate here in this home game. That's because this matchup is against Oklahoma. And Walter, he grew up in the heart of Texas. So just on that fact alone, he is already born with pure hatred of Oklahoma. And I think that's going to show up here in this game. And he's going to prove that. Last game versus KU, Walter, he dropped a 17-piece nugget on him. And I think he's going to do the same thing again here in this one. This number is just set far too low from a guy who loves to put up the ball. So give me Jacoby Walter to go over 13.5 points versus Oklahoma.
Yeah, Trey, I like that one there. For my player prop today, I'm going to take Coleman Hawkins of Illinois to go over his total points going up against Michigan. Hawkins is only scoring 12.1 points per game, but he doesn't play like it. He's always playing with a lot of confidence. He's the guy for Illinois that's going to knock down a 3 whenever they need it. On the season, he's shooting a career best, 37.9% from deep, and he's been really good over the last 5 games as well, scoring 14-plus in 3 of the last 5 and having double-digit points in 4 of the last 5. We've already seen him play against Michigan this season, and he dominated them, making 6 of his 10 shots, shooting 60% from deep, scoring 21 points, his second highest scoring total of the season. Illinois, they just took a really bad loss to Michigan State. And I say a bad loss because they basically had that game wrapped up 8 or 9 points with 5 minutes left. Then they blew it down the stretch. I feel like Illinois, they're going to come out and try to put up 90 plus, 100 even on Michigan. They definitely can do that with the Wolverines defense, how they've been playing all season long. Give me Coleman Hawkins here to have another great game against Michigan, go over his total points as the play. Trey, let's go to the graphic. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going with Tennessee State here, minus 3.5 against Tennessee Tech. They're the better team. They whipped their ass just a couple weeks ago, and I think they're going to do the same thing again here in this one. This line's just way too low. What are we talking about? Also going with Jacoby Walter over 13.5 points versus Oklahoma. He loves playing at home, and he loves to put the ball up into the hoop. And that's going to happen throughout this game. Let's go.
Yeah, and I'm going with Wisconsin here, minus 8.5 at home. This is just a gut play. It's more of a pride play because I bet Wisconsin in the last 3 games and they screwed me 3 times in a row. But give me Wisconsin here. They're going to get right in this game at home. And then give me Coleman Hawkins over his points going up against Michigan. He had his second best game of the season against Michigan the first time around. They're going to put up 80-plus points at least on the Wolverines. So I love the overplay for Hawkins in that game. Guys, that's going to do it for the NCAA basketball plays and props for Tuesday, February 13th slated games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please be sure to drop a like in this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Super Bowl. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball. It doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. We also have a new game. It's going to be Trey and myself versus the Bear Pack. You can call it Pros versus Joes if you want. I don't really like the name because I don't consider us pros. I don't consider you guys Joes. But Trey, if you want to go to the YouTube channel, this is how you guys play. You're going to go to our YouTube channel. You're going to hit the community tab. We've been in the community tab a lot this season. You're going to go to the community tab. We have our plays for the day. So obviously the intro is not going to have plays for today, but these are our plays for our next video. It's the Pelicans minus 2.5, the Heat minus 5, Quinnipiac minus 4.5, and Wisconsin minus 10.5. Those are Trey's and myself's plays. What you guys are going to do is pick which one you think will not hit, meaning you're going to fade us, which is Pros versus Joes, which is the game called. But You guys are going to try to pick which one is not going to hit. If you guys win, you're going to get a point. If we win, we're going to get a point. We're going to run it Friday through Friday every single week. Whichever team has the most wins, so 4-3, 6-2, whatever it is, that person or group will win $50. If the community wins, we're going to do a wheel spin for the community. If we win, I don't know how we're going to get our cheddar, but you guys are just going to have to subscribe, I guess, more. But that's the game. Hopefully everybody understands it. Trey, let's get into the video. Look at the leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You can click that. There's two options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,